Speed and power is what makes America great.
Everything is bigger in America.
Are you kidding me?
The vans. Our consumption of ranch on literally everything. The tornadoes. The hindquarters of our ladies after they make a trip to Turkey. Hot dogs, corn dogs, all the dog foods.
And that's right, the guns.
Today, we are looking at the most fierce of all. Well, apparently we're filming a different video today, so I present to you the tiniest Colt of all time.
Moving. Oh.
Everyone, welcome to the show. Thrilling conversation me and Eli were just having. We'll have to spare you the details of that for the sake of censorship. But today we are looking at the Colt 1908 vest pocket. Do you own a vest?
I do. I don't know if that should surprise you, but I do have several
It doesn't.
vests.
It doesn't shock me.
Yeah.
I do not. That probably doesn't
Really?
shock you. Yeah.
But I see you as a classy guy that would have a three-piece.
Well, I do have a three-piece. Of course, I have a three-piece suit.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you.
Actually, in all fairness, yeah, I totally blew the intro there. I do have vests.
I was about to
both
say.
have vests. So we're looking at the 1908 vest pocket, and absolutely sexy and adorable, and in many ways practical
And powerful.
firearm, and extremely powerful, as we will demonstrate later. So a little bit later in the video, we will demonstrate some ballistics testing. We tried to turn to science and Amazon.
And the Pythagorean theorem was used
Sure.
at some point, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. We talked about, pi, the number that runs to eternity. It's all sort of science that we conducted. They had petri dishes, God knows what. So anyway, we will get into all of that as we go. But let's just say someone's seeing this and they're like I like the idea of like a cool finish on an old gun, but I'd like it to be a little bit more up to speed from a modernity standpoint. What might they turn to?
Yeah. Well, I've got an answer right here. This is the Alchemy Custom Weaponry Charcoal Blued gun. If you don't know, my name is Eli. I work for Alchemy Custom Weaponry.
Yes, you do.
And so we build awesome, badass, hand-fit guns, and this is a perfect example to pair with your 1908, because a man ought to have a 1908 on him. There's no sense you shouldn't. You should stick this in your holsters. You should stick your 1903 pocket hammerless in the hideout holster.
Right.
You stick that in your pocket.
Yep.
And you're a walk-in, arms room. Now,
It's so gorgeous.
Oh,
Gun's so gorgeous.
absolutely it is. This is our charcoal blued finish. It's all hand polished, of course, with ivory stocks, because a man ought to have ivory stocks.
I'd like to have them on something.
You don't have a pair of ivory stocks, and you're sitting over there pretentious with your whiskey and your IWC,
Yes, that's correct.
and you don't have a pair of ivory stocks.
Pinky up, just
Ridiculous. So anyways, if you would like a classic yet modern 1911 for your collection, hit us up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna sit.
beautiful gun. If that disappears from your case later, I don't know what happened to it. Crispy got it. Also, we are here at the Whiskey Blendery. Hopefully you guys can see our beautiful background here with loads of great whiskey in it. I'm partaking a little bit of 1911 Syndicate whiskey, actually. The whiskey blender who does our blend. So anyway, that's where we are. It's super cool. That said, let's start talking about some history. 1908. Where do we begin?
Well, I kind of want to begin with a question.
Okay.
Maybe a statement, if you will.
Okay.
Something that you are probably not going to expect coming from me. What if I told you that Europe, at one time, was kind of based?
Okay.
I know, it's hard to believe. Here's the thing. Americans really didn't adopt the early automatic kind of like concealed carry gun. Okay, we're such a frontier nation that it really wasn't right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, John Wayne and the hell out of things.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't in our repertoire when automatic handguns kind of came onto the scene. We were behind the Europeans and really adopting those, quickly. And so, of course, if you say that to somebody today, like, "Oh, you don't carry an automatic handgun today," most people would kind of look at you like you got 5 heads. It's kind of a wild thing. But back then, we were so caught up in revolvers and also bigger guns, too. Like, Americans have just generally been more a fan of
bigger
big
is
gun,
better.
Bigger gun. And being in Texas, that's like their whole thing. That's their whole shtick.
Buc-ee's, man.
Right. And
Coolest place in the world.
yeah. So, FN actually was the first to bring this gun kind of into the market. And interestingly enough, when Colt found out about it, they were like, okay, we got to do that. They tried to make some changes to the gun because that was sort of the agreement. Like, even if they were going to sell similar designs, there had to be a couple of changes. In fact, they ended up not. The FN 1905, as we would know it, or 06, there's people who call it 1906 too, is virtually identical to the Colt's model 1908.
And it's funny how much FN winds up tied into the Browning and later Colt designs. I mean, it's a central theme that runs in all this.
It is. Well, and it's just, that era of history when it comes to like the major guns that you and I especially care about.
Yeah.
It's that trifecta: Colt, Browning, FN.
Yeah.
And all of that ties in. It's really, really, really an awesome story. So you should read the book, The Guns of John Moses Browning.
Okay.
You should read a little bit.
Some light reading at night.
When you are having your whiskey there.
Next time I go to a beach and I'm lounging, I'm going to get the patent. I'll read the patent for this to make it.
Well, the patent. You know what? I haven't read the patent on this gun yet.
Bummer.
I'll do it though. So, there are some small differences early on between the FN in 1905-06 and the 1908 Colt. Virtually, they're the same gun, and a lot of times people will mistake the two, especially in movies. A lot of people mistake the two.
Right.
So, the Colt's model gave them, this gun replaced an entire class of pistol. The classic Derringer, right? Like, that's a classic Western theme. But the thing is, that was a really popular carry gun. I mean, people really weren't walking around with Colt single action armies on their hip, all over the West the way we think they are because of movies. And now, I still believe that. I want to believe that, but it's just not the case.
Right.
Derringers, 2-shot, 1-shot, sometimes even things like pepper boxes.
Yeah.
You familiar with such things?
Yeah.
Pretty wild
Yeah.
concept in general. But that was sort of the motto for concealed carry. Even pocket revolvers really didn't do much for you, and they were still fairly long in some cases. So this actually gave you a whole new class of handgun. And the best part about it is the comparable guns to this were .22 rimfire. What happened is, shooters kind of realized, hey, rimfire, and we all know this as shooters, rimfire cartridges aren't always very reliable.
Yeah, pretty quirky. Yeah.
Generally speaking, they are, but not really. Even back then, there's a reason we went to centerfire cartridges on a lot of things. So, the 1908 Vest Pocket gives you a 25 ACP tiny bullet.
Tiny.
Hilariously small bullet, actually.
Yeah.
Almost looks fake.
It's like the Baby Yoda of rounds.
Right.
Just adorable.
His name's Grogu, first of all. But you look at that,
Crispy, do you know what he just said? I'm just curious.
Grogu? Grogu is his name.
Baby Yoda?
Baby Yoda.
You knew that?
Barely.
Well, he did know it. You didn't.
Grogu?
I didn't name him.
Why do you know that? I think so
I
much
really
less of
like
you
Star
right now.
Wars.
Oh, God.
Well, oh, God? Star Wars is the thing that's got
We're talking about big bore revolvers and shit.
Anyways.
They're throwing Grogu.
So you threw me off. Oh yeah, I was talking about things that mattered historically. So if you look at the back of the 25 ACP, it's kind of hilarious how big the primer is.
Yeah,
compared to like the casing itself.
Right.
It's pretty unique. So this allowed you to have a fairly, and as we know now, being at the range, an extremely reliable pocket handgun.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Gave you pretty much the same firepower as far as rounds are concerned as a very small revolver, but it's smaller, thinner, and faster, and let's be honest, easier to shoot.
Sure. Yeah.
So it becomes a big deal, much like the Colt 1903 pocket hammers. They end up making a ton of these. So about 409,000 pocket hammerlesses.
Yeah.
Actually, funny enough, FN would continue producing these post Second World War. Colt did not. Colt ends up replacing these with other versions, other small pocket guns. Guns that I don't actually think are as cool as this one. But FN ends up making over 1 million of their version. You know what I mean? So really a popular handgun.
Yeah, yeah. And those are still floating around, the FNs in the US, I'm
absolutely.
sure. Probably pretty reasonably priced, I would think, based on the quantity.
Actually, I've even heard stories of like where MACV and SOG guys like would stick those in their pockets sometimes.
I mean, like let's call it what it is. If you're looking for just a very small, not massively effective, you're not getting in an extended gunfight with one of these, but a damn good deterrent.
A belly gun.
Yeah, I mean, you're like, look, man, that thing will fit in a normal pants pocket.
It's funny, like I really enjoy this kind of stuff, but a lot of the guns that we've been shooting this week, I bought like more of a collector piece. Like I kind of sat them up in my safe, and I'm a big bore guy, so I didn't really even consider it. In fact, I had not shot my 1908 prior to us being out here. After shooting it,
New appreciation, huh? Wow. Yeah.
And I've carried this the whole trip.
Yeah.
I've carried this the whole trip.
Basically, out of most of the calibers that we had here, one of the calibers we had was 25 auto left. We're like, well, guess just figured out the carry gun for the week. For those of you who are into some of the pop culture references, here's some of the movies that the Colt 1908 Best Pocket has been in. Deadpool.
Okay. Yeah.
He uses it in like one of the action scenes or whatever. It's like he's got this. He got it from the old lady.
The old lady.
That he lives with.
Yeah.
It's hers. Yeah. And he gets it from her. So Deadpool, North by North. I bet you haven't seen North by Northwest.
I have.
Oh, Cary Grant, peak Cary Grant. Like, oh my God, North by Northwest, so good. Maltese Falcon, mega classic for those of you into the classics. And then two totally different ones. Austin Powers.
Love it.
Okay, and Inglourious Bastards.
Love it.
I mean, like, that's actually a pretty damn good movie list right there.
Yeah, and as far as real world use, it's just as broad and just as cool. So this is actually rumored. I know that there's people who claim that they've seen it or have it, and there's other claims against it. But the rumor goes that Bonnie actually had Bonnie Parker of the Barrow Gang actually had one of these in her purse when she was gunned down.
Yeah.
And then, of course, a lot of people don't think about this, but this was actually pretty highly sought after with OSS and SOE. So the American OSS, British SOE guys during the Second World War.
Yeah.
So,
well, seeing a gun this small, one of the things that probably makes you wonder is, what is this thing good at? 3 yards, or like what kind of distance can you push? And so let's go to the range and let's find out. All right, everyone, these Desert Eagles that we're shooting today, give you a little tour of these and sort of how they work. I mean, how adorable. Come on. Look at these twins. How adorable. A couple things you guys might not be used to. Heel magazine release, that would be this guy right here. That would basically be, you've got your little mag that you kind of have to rock back into place, and then you've got to move the little heel out of the way to take your mag out.
Certainly not going to be something you do under stress. Right.
Yeah. Actually curious at this point, how many of you ridiculed us in the opening working around barricades and supine positions? I wonder how many of you have zero sense of satire who were like, you would never do this. Primary fighting rifle. Like,
But what if I did?
Relax, though. You know what I mean? Relax, though. Sometimes things can be fun. These do have a grip safety, much like a 1911 classic Browning kind of deal here, right?
Absolutely. And thumb safety.
And thumb safety.
However, unlike the other Browning guns that you're, associated with, it is striker fired. This is one of the very few striker fired handguns I actually own.
I believe that.
I mean, seriously, it's this and I got 2 Lugers.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, polar opposites.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to work a little distance. What should make that reasonably fun for us is that the sights are...
A trench.
Yeah, it's literally just a trench.
It's a pinch in the back and a notch in the front with a trench.
It's just a little hole back there and a trench, and that is the front sight.
And the other issue we found during the shooting montage is my hand is actually more significantly meatier than yours, and I can only get, seriously, 1 finger on the gun.
Yeah.
And it's both easy and hard for me to shoot this gun well. So I have to basically like bring my thumb in and pin my own thumb to depress the grip safety.
It's truthfully a gun where shooting it one-handed is easier than shooting it two-handed. If you're gonna go modern shooting, think about this, guys, right? Guns unloaded, right? Everyone chill, magazine disconnect. You can't go thumbs forward modern grip on this because my thumb is literally gonna be past like, this doesn't work, right?
Wild time to be alive, yeah.
So you have to literally use like a grip you would typically make fun of where you're like tucking or doing something, right? Like you have to do something, or truthfully, shooting it one-handed is really the route.
Right, so you're gonna see us use some pretty interesting, grips.
We'll figure it out.
But of course, that's not how we normally shoot. Man, these are really cool guns though.
And very reliable. So we'll start, we don't have a lot of rounds for this, so it's gonna be reasonably brief, but we'll start here. We're hanging, I don't know, 10, 15, I don't know, fuck it. Yeah. Okay, mine's actually seems like the sights are reasonably on.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty on as well.
Yeah, okay.
But like I'm seriously like, look at this. I have to tuck my fingers underneath there.
Okay, here, so the 15 line's really closer to like 20, about 20. So, I mean, these guns are not meant to shoot. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even see where the impact is.
It was right below.
Right low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, left.
Yep. Still clean. Nice clean center mass hit.
That was right where my other one was. It's one of those things that, is it outdated? Maybe, But man, I have such a hankering to want to carry this in my pocket.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's such a classy thing. Like, let's say you got a nice fitted suit. You don't want to put a big gun on because you can't, it's going to be all bunched up. It's not a bad way to go.
About 25 yards here.
Honestly, this is better than James Bond's PPK.
Okay. They do have a tendency to pinch. Didn't really cut me, but if you start gripping high, like you are going to start to like...
Oh, mine's already.
Have that slide.
You actually can see the carbon.
Yeah. But that's 25 yards of the gun with no sights and a 1-inch barrel. I can't believe these.
I mean...
These guns are so fun.
They really are.
And
they
not
really
expensive. Like,
and
this
historic.
is about the most fun you can have with a $500 gun.
They're historic.
Okay. But the grip safety presents some challenges.
Yeah, you'd have to have that worked a little bit.
Wow! Wow! Mom, are you proud right now? Man, this is thrilling. This is so thrilling.
I mean, and it's one of those things like, I'm kind of just wanting to put the target in the U of the trench.
Yeah. I mean, people like miss with good guns who are competent shooters at these distances. I mean, come on. Wow!
Like this used to be the pride in American, concealed carry.
This feels good. Yes! Why is this so fun?
It's incredibly fun.
It's so fun.
It's like, and like here's another thing too. You get all these people and they'll carry like the big P365 and they'll be like, oh, that's not really a 25-yard gun with a red dot. And I'm like, we're over here just cranking on it with
got
a
no
25.
sights with 25 ACP.
I'm just putting the top of the slide on the target.
Right. I mean, there's literally no sights. All right, Crispy, watch out the way here, son.
I think we go back further. I think we
Let's just go all the way.
Let's just do it.
Let's just go all the way. This is about 45 yards. One-handed, mind you.
I would actually like the viewers at home to know these are pin triggers that rotate down. Kind of an interesting design. All right.
I've got a few more rounds in my pocket.
Right, here we go. I have to like set my hand on the gun.
Okay,
Man.
hang on. We've each got 4 more rounds.
It felt good.
We can get a hit in 4 rounds each. We can get a hit from back
I'll
here.
tell you what's weird is like it's so light. It's you know, my hand's just doing this.
Yeah.
Because it's like it
There's
just
no
doesn't
weight.
feel weird.
Come on, baby. 4 rounds to achieve eternal.
Are you gonna go to a two?
No.
Two? Oh, you're just one-handing it.
One hand this bitch. For Utah.
For Browning.
Yes! Yes!
I mean, it's like got no power by that point. But yes, that was
No,
a
it
hit.
felt like a BB, but that was thrilling. You've got this. You can get a hit, damn
I
it.
feel like I'm like my hand.
Yes. Man, does America know how to do it right?
And I mean, here's the deal. It's just sexy.
It is.
It's just sexy.
It really is.
Like, it's crazy how awful new guns look.
It's amazing.
Like, when you talk about concealed carry options, this or a Glock 43,
Oh, well, yeah, it's not even. Not.
sticking this in my pocket.
Yeah.
Doesn't even fit my hand.
Whew. All right, back to the studio, everyone. I got 2 rounds left.
Dude, hey, set that bowling pin up.
Oh,
Well, I mean, Natalia gave you the clap, didn't she?
well, she. Sometimes a woman says she ain't got nothing, and the
Well,
reality
that's
is,
why I always require paperwork.
yeah, the document.
Yeah.
Well, some of us live on the edge. Sometimes the edge, you fall right over it.
Right.
Guys, these little badass 1908 vest pockets. I can tell you another place that is a fan of these. That would be National Armory. They are over in the Pittsburgh, PA area. You may know them because we went there on the hunt for Gucci guns, and they had all kinds of wonderful things, including I know they had some vintage Colts. I remember in Colt 1903 there, some vintage 1911s. But hey, you know, they're probably into the 1908 game also. 1908 vest pocket, 1908 to 380, 1903. Whatever. Different story for a different day. So, hey, if you're not in the Pittsburgh area, don't worry about it because that's why Bill Gates invented the internet, which is why you can go type in National Armory and you can figure that out on the World Wide Web. You could even plug in the code 1911. That'll save you 10% off there. So I would suggest you do that. So again, whenever I need vintage guns, truth be told, like I actually send them a message. I'm like, do you happen to have this in? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But they do get a good rotation of new, old, vintage, all kinds of cool stuff there. So appreciate National Armory, and let's get back on with the show. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about our guns and then just sort of the fundamentals of the 1908, you know, just sort of basic, you know, in terms of sights, capacity, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be really quick. The 1908 vest pocket is actually a striker-fired pistol, not hammer-fired. I think they actually there was some attempt to make it internally hammer-fired. That ended up not working. So striker-fired it is just because of how small the system is.
Yeah.
It's a direct blowback design, just like its big brother, the 1903 pocket hammerless. Of course, 25 automatic. I believe we're talking 6 rounds plus 1 in the pipe, correct?
Yep.
You know, the interesting thing too, unlike a 1911, you will notice a pin here on the top of the trigger. The trigger actually pivots rather than going directly back. You know what I'm saying? Like a 1911 goes directly backwards. The 1908 pivots. So pretty cool there. It's got what's called trench sights in the business. You know what? When you look at them, you think that's not going to be effective.
Useless, right. And then you see what we just did on the range and you're like, these dudes are shooting these things at 30, 45 yards. Like,
Pretty incredible.
it stunned even us. I mean, we're just going like, this is thrilling.
Yeah, and keep in mind, like, neither of us had good grips on the gun. Like, I mean, I actually hadn't ever shot this gun before.
Right.
So, dude, color me impressed.
Yeah.
It's got a heel magazine release, of course, like the 1903. Of course, this is a big pocket gun thing.
Yeah.
They don't want the magazine to pop out when it's in your pocket. And of course, the gun is actually pretty well beveled and dehorned and rounded so that it does slip in and out of a pocket. Let me tell you, from firsthand experience, pretty well. So great pocket gun. Honestly, dude, like I've been carrying it this week, and really at no point did I feel, oh no, I've got a 25 ACP on me.
Right.
Is that something I want to, get into a heat style gunfight with? Probably not.
Probably not.
But guess what? At 45 yards,
Lay it down.
I'll at least hurt you a little bit.
Yeah. Bee sting. Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually don't know what energy is happening at
Not
40.
a lot.
Because I remember when we heard the steel ting, it was
Yeah. Not great.
super light. So, anyways, now we're going to get into our actual guns. Why don't you start us off?
Okay, so mine is, my gun's actually manufactured in 1922. So, I mean, this bad boy is over 100 years old at this point. Amazingly, still has quite a nice finish. And so does yours.
Good patina.
Yeah, like some of the, the trigger and the little thumb safety here, that's adorable. Have that niter blue finish on it. Niter blue. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see that. I believe that's a case hardening.
Or is it case hardening? Okay,
case
yeah. I was questioning myself there. So 1922. I picked this up at Rock Island, actually with my 1903. So if you guys have seen that video where I got the 2-gun lot for a really good deal, this was that 1908, which is funny because in the video we're saying I kind of need these from like a business purpose level, which is why I was a little bit probably willing to pay extra for them. Fortunately, I didn't have to. Really good deal on those. So I mean, it's like you do not need to spend a lot of money. This is like the Colt 1903 pocket hammerless conversation we were having. There's a misconception of you have to spend a lot of money to get a cool gun. And it's like, no, you do not. No,
Absolutely.
you do not. Cool gun.
Well, and I want to explain something too, like maybe you aren't understanding what we're talking about here, how small this gun is. Okay, there's my Omega Seamaster.
Yeah.
Versus the gun.
Right.
And actually, the funny thing is, these were nicknamed the vest pocket because there was once a kind of saying that you need to be kind and polite to everybody because you don't know what's on the end of their watch chain. Because a lot of guys would carry these like in their watch pocket on their vest. Yeah. So, just getting into my particular gun, this is a 1926 Colt vest pocket. It is in really good shape. I actually have the box and the paperwork. Of course, I'm not going to fly with that. That's not a great idea.
Point.
I have the box and the paperwork. Funny enough, I paid, and this gets into right what you were saying, $350 for this.
Badass.
Gentleman I knew was, and listen, I'm smiling. This is not really great, but a gentleman I knew was going through a divorce. He was like, I need some money. I was like, oh, what do you have? And he started listing off a bunch of guns I didn't care about. And he's like, oh, I got this old Colt 25. You just said the 4-letter magic word to me, Colt.
C-O-L-T.
And I was like, oh, let me see that thing. And when the box was presented first, I went,
I'm in.
I said, 350? He's like, yeah. He's like, I really don't want to haggle.
Done.
Okay. No haggling on my part. And man, I will tell you, dude, after getting on the range with this gun,
it's a joy.
I liked them, but I never really gave them a lot of attention because I'm a big 1903 and 1911 guy. I will probably be finding another one.
I know.
And I'll probably be doing the vintage classic alchemy finish. Of course, we don't do this for regular people. Sorry, regular people. And then I'll probably have some ivory stocks made for it, and I will like unironically carry this gun.
Yeah, it's so badass.
Like as a backup to my backup.
Sure. Yeah.
You
this is your backup's backup kind of deal.
Right.
So with that said, sort of the grand finale, we were wondering as we were planning the video is how little does it take to stop a round of 25 ACP?
Start talking.
This powerful yet adorable round. This is the smallest centerfire cartridge in the world.
Yep.
And we want to know how little can stop a round of 25 ACP from a Colt 1908 vest pocket. So we have conducted some lab research, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna shoot it first. So we have assembled a collection of fine items from Amazon to see what a round of 25 ACP will go through. We're gonna begin with something we feel pretty confident in, right?
Absolutely.
This is a Gen 2 PMAG. I feel like 25 can punch through this. I also don't think it's a lock. How about a reasonably non-robust dog bowl or cat bowl if you have like a bobcat or something? Test that out.
Then we're gonna try a frying pan. I don't really know the quality in which this frying pan is of. I imagine since
Very
you bought
expensive,
it,
very expensive.
it's extremely expensive, given your taste in guns. But we're gonna start with a frying pan and go on to something I'm genuinely not sure about, and that would be a what do you call these things? Like
Like a canteen?
A
I don't
canteen.
know. Water bottle?
A Tervis is not the correct one.
Tervis?
No, that's like a brand, I think. Anyways, it is a fan haul.
Fan
Says it
haul.
right there, fan haul.
Okay.
So I think the fan haul's got a fighting chance. And then we also might throw in a little bit of bowling pin action just to see how far.
Will it even move it?
If it will move it. I think it'll move it, but.
Knock it down, maybe
and
not.
then, you know, if all else fails.
A ream of printer paper. Amazon Basics, no affiliation, not a sponsor of the channel. They could be if they wanted to. They got deep pockets, they could sponsor us. But yeah, these are common household items, and really this is to help you guys determine if someone breaks in, they have a Colt 1908.
Can you grab the stack of paper?
Right, what could you use in your household to defend yourself? And
Absolutely.
we shall now find out. Up first, Magpul PMag.
The scientific method we're using here.
You think it dies?
Yeah.
Clean.
I mean, wow. Yeah, I mean,
Very
I
clean.
thought maybe there'd be, well, hold on.
I see a hole. I see light.
I mean, it really just blew the spring out in the back. I mean, yeah, that didn't do hardly anything. I mean, it just went straight through.
Just clean past there. I bet you might actually be able to use that mag.
Yeah, well, the spring blew out the back.
Oh, okay. All right, a little 25.
You know.
Hey, not bad. Punchy little gun. Keep in mind, this is like real scenario. You're feeding your dog, filling up the water bowl. Someone breaks in, and you're like, stop.
Hammer time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what we got here.
Easy, right?
I don't actually think that was as easy as it looks. No, actually, yeah. Straight through.
Okay, clean. Clean. Okay.
And your dog is going to be upset that their food keeps falling out.
So dog bowl, not an effective shield for a 1908. Loser. All right, guys, Blue Diamond frying pan, unused. So this has never been exposed to oils, butters, fried chicken, none of that. Okay, this is fresh, this is clean.
Why'd you look at me when you said fried chicken?
I don't know, you look like you enjoy it. Yeah,
Damn
look like
right.
you enjoy it. So you're in the kitchen, someone breaks in, you grab your pan, you throw out the fried chicken you're making, and you're, stop! Will that work?
I'm actually not sure on this one. Give it a good center punch. Oh, yeah! Yeah, it stopped it.
Not even close. Not even close. Oh, wow.
Let me see if now the structural integrity
Yeah, it's compromised.
is gone. Let's see if it'll take another round. No.
Wow, a frying pan from Blue Diamond, by the way. It's a Blue Diamond, everyone, if I didn't say that.
Not a sponsor, but we're open to it.
It could be. Wow.
Wow.
Good to go.
Still usable, actually.
I could still make chicken in it.
Wow.
Shit.
Incredible.
Blue Diamond.
Yeah. Well, if you're still carrying a 1908, let's stay away from people who have.
Right? You just duck
Yeah,
behind
you
some
just-
pans. You're in Bed Bath & Beyond and something pops off.
Oh, you're safe.
Get behind the fucking Blue Diamond.
Here you go. Check that thing out for science. Don't never say I don't PEMDAS.
Here's my theory on who's this made by?
Finn Hall. Finn Hall.
Finn Hall.
Not Findum. I thought it was Findum. It's Finn Hall.
Right. So the curvature of it, I believe, has the chance to just send rounds, just deflect rounds. Like if a punch is coming at you and you parry a punch away, I think that's what the Finn Hall might do.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna get behind you.
Well, parry this. Oh, it stopped it.
Oh, wow.
Pretty handedly, actually.
A solid dent, though.
I mean, you can still use that.
I might take that to
could
the
still-
airport. I
you
might fly
can
with
still use that. That is 100% okay, actually. Fin haul, you need to advertise as bulletproof. Look at that.
Does anyone remember the movie The Accountant, where Ben Affleck has a canteen and the hot mousy girl, I can't remember her name, she's like, there's a big dent in it, and she's like, what happened? Now he's a professional killer, right? And he's like, it's just old. This is that canteen, where if someone at the airport asked me, they're like, what happened to your canteen? I'd be like, it's just old.
It's perfectly
But it's like,
fine.
no, it took a round from a Colt 1908. That's been in a gunfight.
Look at that hole in there. I mean,
Dude,
it ain't.
I might take that thing home.
I mean, why not? At
Or
this
auction
point,
it off.
to the.
Do we have
Patreon.
any fans in our fan hall that want to buy that? Because it's $1,000.
Fan haul. It'll come with a 1911 Syndicate sticker.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's actually pretty similar to the first shot.
Okay.
You have a little nerd on there. You'll have that on them big jobs.
Get a new angle. It's starting to get a little wobbly on the base.
But see, that adds character. Oh, no! No!
I ruined my fan hole.
The integrity!
The round
The round's
is
in there.
Oh, no!
We pushed science a little too far. We didn't think about whatever. Look at that, though.
Wow. That's cool as shit, actually. Dang. So it kind of mushroomed out, yeah.
Well, I mean, it hit steel.
Yeah.
So,
Well, dang, my damn fan hole.
but see, that's double line. See, that was gonna keep shit cold.
Yeah. Well, not no more.
Well, yeah. Well, we were on the verge of something great.
Dang it. Well, they're not going to sponsor us anymore. Okay, another Amazon product. This would be their Amazon Basics printer paper, something you can pick up at Amazon. Let's see. We have 500 sheets. We're going to start with what we think is about 100, eyeballing it. And let's see if 100 will stop it.
Moment of truth here. Yep,
Punch through.
sure did.
Okay. 200. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know.
I believe it did.
Is that a punch through?
Yeah. Actually, there's the round.
That's the round. 200 is the number. That said, think about this. It probably stopped because it hit the bowling pin. That otherwise would have gone through the paper. It stopped because it contacted the pin.
You're correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe we should
Add-
back to the board.
Yeah. I think it stopped it. Or I think it punched through. Bang.
Okay. I think it went through. Ah,
Wow.
wow.
I'm actually kind of surprised.
So the 200 was a fluke with the bowling
Yeah, with
pin.
the pin.
I think we throw the whole 9 yards.
The whole
actually. Why don't we
enchilada?
just put it all in that?
Oh, I think it's one ream of paper can save a man's life.
So you could just
That's it. That's all you got to do.
strap that duct tape.
That's your new body armor.
Let's you got your knife on you?
Yeah, I do.
Why don't you cut that thing open? We'll kind of feel. I kind of know where it is.
Oh, we're getting close. So the real number is probably closer to 400.
Ah, there's some unused paper.
Right.
But where? But where's the round?
Where is it? What the hell? So guys, I got to tell you, shooting all this stuff was oddly thrilling. I mean, it's just strangely thrilling and fun.
Yeah.
Because there's the true unknown of like, I don't think this is going to make it through very much. And it didn't.
It's crazy, actually.
But it's a good time. Like, I don't know, what should people do? Like, I just feel like this is a gun that unless you are only into modern stuff, if you're like, look, I don't care about anything old, then fine, stay away from it. But if you're like, look, I'm even wanting to dabble in the older stuff, to me, this is one of the, like, you should be picking one of these up.
Absolutely. It's a classic Colt automatic handgun, 1911. 1903, 1908 vest pocket. And the cool thing about it is, guys, these are extremely affordable. Like,
Very.
we obviously have some pretty good deals amongst our own, but it's very rare I see one over $600-$700.
Yeah.
And the amount of history that you get with this, and honestly, craftsmanship, when we looked at these guns, like, these are really well-made guns. We're talking about the peak of Colt's manufacturing in the pre-war period. So, you know, when you kind of think to yourself, hey, I'm tired of all these, you know, I'm tired of my 7th Glock. Get a 1903.
Yeah.
Have a little damn class.
Yeah.
Or 1908, correct, yes.
So, guys, that's it. Drop any questions you got down below, comments, questions. We try to be engaged in there with you. Beyond that, hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, be aware of what you use as a shield for a 1908, and I guess we will see you next week.
I love how you, like, you say you'll engage with comments, and most of your engagement is LOL.
Talking shit.
No,
Oh,
it's just
yeah.
LOL.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of comments.
And I'm just like, that's very engaging there.
I did my best. Usually you won't get an LOL on most pages. That's
I mean,
engaging.
yeah, but yeah, it's like they tell their life story, and then you go, LOL.